Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and welcome back to more Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. Last time, we basically got to the mission start date for the first palace in the game. Basically, when I refer to a mission start date, I mean that from this day forward until the deadline, you're basically free to do more or less whatever you want, whether that be infiltrating the palace or exploring around and doing things in Tokyo. Now, fair warning, you do have to finish the palace before the deadline, or else it's game over and you have to restart about a week earlier. Now, the good news is that it's not too difficult to finish each palace in a minimal amount of days, and at each palace's mission start date, I will let you know how many days it takes to actually do the palace. You can do the full infiltration from entrance to treasure route secured in a single in-game day. Now, just to warn you, you don't want to have this be done like right before the deadline, because you do need 2 extra days, one to, well, the game will explain a little bit more, but you need 2 extra days in order to actually complete the palace, because there's a day where you have to like do some sort of preparation, and then there's another day where you actually like finish the thing. So, yeah, it's not quite as clear-cut on the 14 days as you might think it is. Now, you can go around and do things like confidants or upping your social stats or things like that, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to explore the palace pretty much immediately. I'll explain a little bit more about what you can do in free time on later days. Anyway, let's infiltrate the palace. You can respond to some of your party members' texts to meet up at the hideout, or you could just go to the school rooftop.
I hope you all understand that our time limit is May 2nd.
We basically just have to go to that castle and steal the treasure from Kamoshida, right?
But wait, what even is a treasure? I want to know that before we do anything.
A treasure is the physical form of the palace ruler's distorted desires. In other words, it's the core of the palace. Once we steal it, the palace will crumble. I think. Having said all that, even I don't know what Kamoshida's treasure is going to be.
And where can we find it?
There's no way of knowing that until we go in and find out. But if I had to guess, I'd say he has it locked up somewhere in the depths of the palace.
I think I get it now. We just gotta find the treasure, yeah?
Pretty much. There's just a lot we won't know until we go in. In any case, our objective is to find the treasure's location somewhere in the palace. Make sure we go about this with time to spare so we can avoid any unforeseen circumstances. I expect great things from you guys.
Yes. So like he was saying, you want to make sure you infiltrate the palace well before time is up. So we're going to be heading in there right now.
But damn!
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking we should choose a code name for you too.
A code name?
I'm Skull, he's Joker, and that's Mona.
Judging by your costume...
I mean, she's got that tail and stuff, so... What do you think?
Wait! Is that what you're going to call me from now on? I am so not down with this.
What do you want to be called then?
Something better than just a little cat. Maybe... Panther? That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
Huh? Why?
'Cause it sounds more... ferocious?
She's a cougar.
Don't call me that! More importantly, Kamoshida.
Oh, right. Let's go. All right, let's start fresh and get going.
It's game time from this point forward. I'll teach you guys the basics of infiltrating a palace as we go.
My master would like a word with you.
The prisoner has returned.
Well done. It seems you have remembered my words. You truly make it worth rehabilitating you. I am not attempting to withhold information from you. The essence of the rehabilitation that you must complete will be explained in due time. Once you encounter allies who share your ideals and discover your place in reality, only then will I explain it all. Such a day should not be far off. This time, I wish to introduce you to the aid we are providing. Due to your potential in wielding the power of the wild card, you can handle more than one persona. That power holds infinite possibilities. We will assist you in nurturing that potential. To that end, we must execute your persona. Do not be alarmed. Personas are personalities that exist within you. Thus, you will only be discarding old personalities to have them be reborn as new ones. By discarding your old identity, you give way to a new one. Hence, we call that process execution. Think of it as the fusion of your personas. To start, select the first persona you wish to fuse. Now, before you select the second persona, allow me to tell you something greatly important. Do you remember how I mentioned forming bonds with confidants? Personas are the power of the heart. The stronger those bonds, the stronger your personas will be. In other words, the effects of your bonds on execution, or fusion if you will, are quite substantial. When you fuse a persona that shares its arcana with one of your bonds, it will gain great power. This will be a guiding principle for your forays into fusion. Try not to forget it. Moreover, there is one thing I must warn you about. You cannot create a persona that surpasses your current level. This is because the resulting persona would be too powerful for you to handle effectively. Now then, check the fusion results and choose a persona that suits your stature. This is the form your new persona is expected to take after fusion. It's possible for them to inherit skills they normally wouldn't gain. These skills and specialties are distinct from one another. Skills are traits that can be passed along through fusion.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Its power will be nothing unusual. Girls, let us begin.
I am Arsene, the other you who exists within. Though I may disappear this moment, I shall always be at your side. We shall meet again when your fate reaches its conclusion.
Ah, how impressive. A stronger persona has been born from the body and blood of the old. It shall be your new strength.
You better understand it at once. You'll end up dead if you don't master it.
Gather personas and bring them here. Gather a great many, execute them, and continue to give birth to even stronger personas. Developing your powers as such will play an integral role in the stand against ruin.
So that your rehabilitation goes well, we have a variety of rituals to choose in regard to executions. And depending on the effort you put in, our master might consider further development of new rituals. Cry your tears of joy, inmate.
Your heart is steadily gaining the strength of rebellion. It seems your rehabilitation is proceeding smoothly. A joyous fact indeed. In anticipation of this, I have prepared a gift for you. I hope that you shall accept it.
All right.
That is a thief's skill, allowing one to tap into their sixth sense and see what is hidden in the dark. I believe you can handle it now. May you continue devoting yourself to further rehabilitation.
Now then, if you have any requests, we will heed them.
So basically what all that was that we now have the option to take two personas, fuse them together, and create a brand new persona, like we just did by fusing Arsene and something into Mandrake. It's probably Jack-o'-lantern, wasn't it? So yeah, by the way, you don't need to worry about ditching Arsene. You don't need to keep Arsene around, and in fact, it's probably not a bad idea to get rid of him because he's one of, if not the weakest persona in the game. So, yeah.
It is time, inmate.
Something wrong? You were just standing around all of a sudden.
Why are you spacing out like that? It's kind of hard to tell what you're thinking sometimes.
Let's just say he's a man of high caliber.
So, where do we start?
Let's head to the safe room we found last time. It's in the first floor of the west building. That's pretty close to our usual entrance. It should be a pretty decent starting point.
Safe room?
It'll make sense when you see it. Well, let's head out.
May I speak, please? Thank you. As I was trying to say, what Igor was saying about fusion was a pretty good explanation of how it works, more or less. I'll talk a little bit more about some finer points as we get to them, but more or less, what Igor talked about was just about all you really need to know for now, so that's pretty nice. I like it when the game has a pretty clear tutorial, even if it was a bit long-winded. Anyway, that third eye ability we got, we press the, it's L2, not left trigger. We can kind of do thief vision and see certain special hints, like that exclamation over there means that there's something over there we can interact with. So yeah, that's pretty nice. You can also see the security level of the palace now just by holding it down. Like I said before, it always starts at 40% each new infiltration in Royal. So yeah, keep that in mind. Now let's see. If we press the R1 button, we can activate fast travel and skip around between various save points and the palace entrance. So yeah, we could go to the underground prison if we want, but I'll just tell you right now, there's nothing there for us anymore. So we're gonna head to West Building, first floor.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm just gonna skip through this because they're just explaining what a safe room is to On. But when you're in a safe room, you can speak to Morgana to do certain special activities. You can consult your teammates to discuss what the palace is all about. You can use those items, like there are certain items like, say, oh, please don't.
What are your thoughts?
Okay, cool. There's certain items you can only use in safe rooms that you can like use here to restore the party's HP, things like that. So yeah, I'm not worried about doing anything like that. Let's just head on into the palace. There's nothing for us down south other than areas we've already been to, and the central hall is still pretty closed off, so we might as well head this way since we have yet to go here.
Now then.
Ooh, and we get some special items. So some of those are things that we can use with Thief Assist. Basically, if we press the square button, we can use some of these special items to have some sort of effect. A smoke screen will make it harder for us to be detected by enemies and things like that. So that's pretty nice. We also got a couple other items. 2 of them deal elemental damage to a single target, and I believe those kinds of items are new to Royal.
I'll reveal your true form.
Anyway, let's ambush this guy. Those of you who played the original Persona 5 will notice that the music is different now for battle. It's not Last Surprise like you may have heard in that game or in Smash. If you ambush an enemy, it'll always play Take Over as the battle music. We've pieced together all out attacks, so let's show something off real quick. I'm gonna knock all these guys down.
It's almost scary how good I am.
And instead of talking to them and, you know, letting them plead their case, we're gonna do an all-out attack and show something else off.
Okay, guys.
Oh, that's so unfortunate! Okay, well, never mind. I'll get a chance to show this off later, but basically, all the party members have their own unique, finishing touch to all-out attacks, so...
Hell yeah! A new move!
I want to show that off, but I guess we just can't get to it yet.
They were too weak to bother.
Anyway, if you third eye around here... Uh-oh. I almost fell for that again! I recorded... Okay. I recorded this episode, once before already, but I decided to get rid of the footage because it ultimately just wasn't very good. For some reason I thought it would be a fun idea to try and record at 3 in the morning, but I had to keep my voice down because I live in an apartment building and it just, it didn't work out. So now instead I'm recording at 1 in the afternoon. Anyway, let's rip this guy's mask off for trolling me that one time. We might actually get to see what I was trying to show off now. No, that just kills them. Never mind. Fine, we'll just shoot them to death.
That was just a taste of my power. A spectacular victory.
You might find that turning the persona, or the personas, the Phantom Thieves into a firing squad right now might be the best way to go forward in battle, and you'd pretty much be right, actually. It's very overpowered at this point in the game. Ooh, I think the game's about to teach us something real quick. Just kidding! I thought that was one of those fights where it would be like, hey, learn something, I guess. These guys are weak to fire. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess we haven't actually fought Mandrake before, huh? But Mandrake is, well, as I just showed, weak to fire, so... We already have one, but... Will you kill them? No, you actually fire the warning shot across their nose instead of up it. And there it is, like I said.
Alright.
Awesome.
Okay, we're done.
I'm gonna try and show that off for every character on recording. Shouldn't be that hard to pull off. I've done it before on regular new games, so... Anyway, let's head on over this way. Uh-oh. Whoa, there's one here too. Okay, now that we've expanded our roster, let's try that. Oh, okay, now we're gonna learn something. A way for us to gain the advantage during a battle. It's called a baton pass. Actually, I'll show you what I mean when we deal with the shadow.
I'll reveal your true form.
Okay, I'll show you an example first. You better watch closely. Show your might! Use this opportunity to baton pass and swap your turn with someone else. The baton is yours.
Yeah, so now we can use baton pass. Whenever you get a one more, you can continue to take your turn, or you can baton pass to someone else in the party and let them take a turn for you. Now what this lets you do is that you can daisy chain different weakness hits across different enemies from different elements, and baton pass over and over again until you knock down all of the enemies. Now keep in mind, you can't pass the baton back to someone who's already gotten it before, so you can't just do an infinite chain, but each successful baton pass will increase the damage done by the next member, all the way up to a total of plus 100% damage. And in Royal, the fourth party member to receive the baton pass, the fourth party member to act in the baton pass chain, rather, will be able to use any of their skills on their persona without using SP or MP or HP, which is super useful.
Now strike the enemy's weakness and give the baton pass a try.
So yeah, we're basically just going to chain that along a little bit here. So since this is weak to fire and this is weak to lightning, I'm going to use this guy because they're weak to gun.
Looking cool, Joker.
That should be good enough. Then we're going to baton pass this off to... We already showed off Ons, so I'm going to baton pass the On, and then have Ryuji finish them off. Yeah, you see that? The number was in yellow, indicating that it was boosted by that level of baton pass, and now the only person we can pass it off to is Ryuji. You can hit this guy with a Zio at 0 cost. Yeah! And now this pixie is about to violently die.
Don't come back.
I love these. The all-out attack animations are so stylish. This whole game is just stylish. It's one of the things I love about Persona 5's aesthetic.
Focus.
Like, everything from the user interface to how the battles flow is just, it looks like you're styling on them. Let's see. Well, this has a treasure item for us. So you see items like that on the side of the screen where it's like a set of gold bars is the little icon. That just basically means it's a treasure item, which effectively means you could just sell it at the airsoft shop for money. That's one of the big ways to earn a lot of money in the game. Damn, there's one here too. Oh well, guess we gotta ambush it from behind again. Well, sure, if you want to go about it the orthodox way, but there's a more stylish route.
Listen up.
See those sofas on the sides of the hallway? Hide behind those so you can get closer to the enemy. Once it's in range, jump on it and rip its mask off. Oh man, hey, Future Me in Editing edited that out, but I just sneezed pretty hard there. Whoa, that does sound pretty damn cool.
Still.
Hey, this isn't a movie.
Now, let's
Joker,
carry
with
on
your
our
poise, you should be able to pull it off. Give it a try. Now we can finally hide behind cover. This is where the real movement of the game comes in. If you're not actively being chased by an enemy, you can press the X button around corners or certain objects to hide. You can also move around between those objects and kind of daisy chain your movement all the way forward until you get to the point where you can ambush an enemy like this. Now the important thing to keep in mind when you're hiding like that is that you will always be hidden from an enemy when you're hiding. Even if they're staring directly towards you from behind, they still won't see you because you're hiding. So the stealth mechanics are a little more simplistic than what you might think they are. So yeah, don't worry too much about getting detected just by where you're standing because you very likely won't be. Anyway, there's one party member whose special move I still haven't shown off, so let's wrap this fight up real quick here. Mission accomplished.
Alright. Whoa!
Sweet!
Damn.
That totally works! That was so cool! They totally can't spot us while we're hiding.
Right.
That's right. And so long as we lay low like that, enemies won't even notice us. Whenever we hide, we can take our time preparing for the next ambush. Yes, that. When you're hiding, because you can't be detected, it's important to stay calm and take your time when planning out where to go next. You have all the time in the world to decide what you're going to do because the enemies just won't detect you when you're hiding like that. So it's important to make sure that where you're going is exactly what you're trying to do. Like, see here, I'm going to hide over here, and then I'm going to rip this guy's mask straight off. Ooh! We just crit that thing. Nice. Yeah, I cut that battle out because I didn't have anything to say about it, but
Okay.
somewhat determined by your luck stat, you can occasionally score a critical hit with physical or gun attacks or skills. I don't quite know what the multiplier on crits are. I feel as though it's more or less about as strong as exploiting a weakness, and crits will also knock enemies down if you do it. So yeah, it's a little bit more like an extra chance to hit weakness if you can. That being the case, if an enemy is immune to or otherwise doesn't take damage from physical or a gun skill, you can't crit them either, so. But it will surpass resistance, which is nice.
Joker.
Look, there's something in there. But the bars are blocking our way in.
How suspicious.
If he's protecting it this securely, it has to be important. And that means there should be a way in and out of there. Joker, do you think you could solve the mystery of this room? I'm sure your observation skills will help you get through. Yeah, so in addition to revealing treasure objects, which glow in yellow, and points of interaction, which are big exclamation marks, you can use third eye to identify puzzle solutions as well. They'll be in blue. So you can see here we could pull this horn thing, walk around over here by following the footsteps we can suddenly see, and interact with this thing to open up the bars.
Whoa.
Nice. Anyway, let's collect this object over here. Get our hands on a map. What the hell? He had it all locked up at ship, but it was just some old map? You're hopeless. Don't you realize how vital a map is?
Now then.
Having this will give us a better grasp of the topography of the palace. It's a true necessity for a phantom thief. This should make securing a route much easier. Wait, does it say where the treasure is on there? Oh, actually, it seems like this map is incomplete. There might be more of them around.
Wanna get going?
Okay, let's start checking what we can. We'll probably find another map along the way somewhere. Yeah, so inside of a palace there will always be a palace map, which helps you identify what rooms you haven't already been to, but can explore in the future. You can also use this to kind of identify certain points of interest, like safe rooms will always be a suspiciously square room off to the side, like that one. But, yeah, we don't have a complete palace map yet, so we can't see all of the palace, but there usually is about 2 maps for each palace that'll help you complete it, so that's pretty nice. Now, having a palace map also lets you see enemy movements in areas you haven't been to yet by tracking the red dots on the minimap there.
Show me your true form.
For example, right there, I could see that the enemy was moving away from me, so I would be able to enter the room safely. Alright. Now, obviously you may have noticed, but fighting an enemy, ambushing them, will take you out of being hidden, so you gotta keep that in mind and make sure to re-hide. The game's usually pretty good about not forcing you into a fight immediately after getting out of one. Like, usually if you ambush an enemy, like, right out of getting out of a battle, the game won't, like, throw you into a fight immediately. Which is very nice.
One enemy remaining. One.
But yeah. Right now, probably one of the better ways to fight the enemies in Royal is to just shoot them. You could kill most of the enemies in this area just with firearms, so if you're playing base, you might as well go for the usual tactic of going for an all-out attack, so. But here, nah. Anyway, there's a set of iron bars blocking our way into the main hall, so we can't quite go that way just yet. Same goes for the other side that we're about to go to. There's a treasure there. Yep. I have the reads, what can I say? Anyway, to get to the other side, we need to kind of crawl up here in the crawl space. A little chandelier hopping will do us some good. Now, if we go down here, there's something that I didn't actually see the first time I played this, or either time I played this game, actually.
Whoa.
But if we go through that window over there, there's a secret path to the entrance that we can use to go back and forth whenever we want to. We can also take the opportunity to save right here, if we wanted to. That being said, like I said before, there's a save point like literally right nearby, so I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to head to the safe room that's right over here. Now over here is a treasure chest, but it's locked. We only have one lockpick right now. So while we could go for what's inside this treasure chest, I don't think it's worth it. Inside this treasure chest is a suit of Night Watch armor, which, what that basically does, it's a new set of armor that we could equip on someone, but we'll be getting a chance to get decent enough gear anyway later on, so I'm not too worried about getting that set of gear. What I am worried about is getting to the safe room. There's going to be another item in a locked chest that I want more than the Night Watch armor anyway, so I'm going to go for that. In theory, what you could do is you could get to the end and secure the treasure route, back out, make infiltration tools, go back in, unlock the treasure chest you missed, and then go back out. But that's a waste of a day. The other locked chest items, other than the singular one we're going for, are not worthwhile doing that, so don't bother. In any case, next time on Let's Play Persona 5 Royal, we're going to be continuing our infiltration. We're getting close to the halfway point, actually. Close-ish. Actually, not even that close. Whatever. See you guys then!